What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in and welcome to another mod. I am back at my friend's house doing some basic maintenance today, oil change, air filters, spark plugs. But one thing I want to show you while we have the car apart is how to get some cooler, fresher air into your car. Here we go.
Jesus, dude. That is fucking strong.
So as you can tell from today's title of the video, we're talking about air scoops, and I know that is a little bit to smirk about, but there is a little bit of controversy and some theories about scoops and what they add, and you know, maybe it's snake oil. I will say back in 2008 when I had my 135, I did have some scoops on my 135, and every time I was at the track, I did have one of the highest trap cars. And was that related to the scoops? I really don't know, but I had very limited mods. At the time, it was just a JB3, some race gas, and scoops, and I was always going over 120, which was really cool. So I think air scoops have their place at high speeds, mainly about 70, 80 miles an hour above. They're not going to do much for you at slow speeds or standstill, obviously, but there is a hidden feature near the front of the car on the S55 for the M3, M4, and it's really interesting, not for the M2 competition, which I found really interesting. If you're doing air scoops, there are air covers right at the air ducts that are meant to kind of block some debris, and people thought about whether you should remove them or not. I am going to remove them, and I think that is a very good way to free up some air, get some cooler air into your car. I'm going to show you what they look like. But to put to bed the controversy about whether you should remove those or not, I'm going to remove them, and I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why I'm not concerned about removing them. Alright, so the three reasons why I am not worried about removing these vents on the air ducts. One is that I have the stock air boxes and have air filters. So if the air boxes do get a little bit more debris, I'm not worried about it because I buy my air filters from FCP. So if I want to change them every oil change, which is what we're doing today, I can do that. I can swap out those air filters, get a new set, and it's really not going to cost me anything. So even if you have drop-in filters, you could still take those drop-in filters, clean them, re-oil them, and you'd be good to go. Second reason is there a huge company out there, even Cary, one of the higher end intake companies. They, in their instructions, and I'll post it right here, one of their steps is actually to remove that vent to put their scoops in. So a very reputable high-end intake company is in their instructions to do so. And the third and final reason why to me it's not a concern is a lot of people don't know this, and I learned it years later. The M2 competition, almost identical under the hood, right, for the S55, they do not exist. They are not there at all. So for BMW to just have those air takes and that are completely open, that's good enough for me. So if BMW decided not to put it in the M2 competition, it is good enough for me to bypass that. So I'm going to show you where they are, how easy it is to remove it. Once we remove that, I'm going to put these scoops in place, but there is some concerns about the air scoops and about if they take away anything from the heat exchanger. So to bypass that, we are also upgrading the heat exchanger to the Mishimoto, and let me show you the size difference right now. So this one just came out, and it is light and flimsy, and putting it next to each other, look at that. And I was talking to Adam earlier, and mainly the extra cooling that you're going to get from, which many people in the forums and Mishimoto themselves have all documented at least a 10-degree Fahrenheit drop, and that is just because of the overall size and capacity of the coolant is holding. So if you look at the size between that and that, that's where the extra cooling is going to come from. And because of more surface area, when the scoops do go in, I can put that to rest, saying there's going to be less coverage and less area for the scoops to block because of this increased capacity and more surface area. So not concerned at all with the scoops blocking that. We're going to get this in and then we'll pop in the scoops. All right, so just giving you a shot here of not really documenting the entire heat exchanger upgrade, but while this is out, just want to kind of show you some of the parts that we have access to that you don't normally see. So Adam, go ahead and talk about the different parts that we have in front of us.
Yeah, so the one I'm holding up is the radiator for your DCT transmission. Right in front of it here is your radiator for your AC. Right behind it is the radiator for your engine. This is the radiator for your oil cooler. On the left side is the auxiliary radiator for your heat exchanger. This is your low temp coolant for, you know, charge pipes, charge air, all that stuff.
Gotcha.
And then on the right side, you have your auxiliary radiator for your main engine.
Gotcha. And so with the Mishimoto, they want us to come from the bottom and then slide that up. And that's not taking any extra drilling or cutting?
Not according to their instructions.
Okay. So really excited to put that heat exchanger in. That is going to be a huge upgrade in capacity. Here's what the scoops look like. There's really not too much to them. Here's the part number that I went with AFE. I wasn't too concerned. I know there's different companies that make some really nice ones, carbon fiber. The Venturi ones are obviously very premium. I think Auto Technic makes a brand, but AFE, there was a really good sale going on these. I don't mind that they're just plastic. They're going to do their job. The one thing I kind of like about this, different companies, they'll use different mounting points like 3M tape. This has a little hole, as you can see right here, that's drilled out. And in here are little rivets. And what these are going to do is these are going to go through that hole and they're going to go punched into the X-brace, which is going to be at the front of the car. So that's how these are mounted. What we're going to do is we're now going to show you the steps just to kind of remove the kidney grills to get better access, put these guys in, and that will allow us to get some colder, fresher air. And I'll show you where those vents are that we're going to remove, which will even free up more air for free. There is the new heat exchanger, the Mishimoto heat exchanger installed. So as you can tell, we already have the kidney grills out. It was much easier when the bumper was already off because of the heat exchanger. But a little tip to kind of show you how to get these out. There are 3 different methods. One, Adam was telling me the rip and pull, which we do not recommend, so I'm not even going to talk about doing that, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Some people have some success by getting these bottom tabs out first with like either a pick tool, hook tool, flathead, and then kind of working your way around, but space is very limited. But the third and best method, which might be an extra step, but it will save you a lot more time and some cussing in the process, is to pop your hood and just remove this weather strip. And then it's what, I think it's 5 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 8 bolts. And then you'll just kind of pull this back a little bit. That will give you access to the top bolts. And then what you can do is you can take those top bolts out, work your way around, and then once you have one full kidney grill out, that gives you complete access to put your hand around and remove the second kidney grill. So that's what it will look like with the kidney grills out. So to show you the vents I was talking to you about, here is the free cooling mod that you can get. You will see the vent here and a vent here, which is supposed to just, you know, block some extra debris. But like I said, the M2 competition, they do not even exist. They are pretty easy. You can just use like a flathead, but sometimes you just have success by just kind of wedging it out. So it should just be held in with a couple tabs. And just work your way around. And it'll pop out and it'll look like that. So that is one on that side. And as you can see now, it's completely open. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Work your way around. If you get a finger in there, a thumb in there, it's much easier to do with 2 hands, and this will pop out, and that's 2. So as you can see, that's completely open on that side. That's completely open on that side. It's not in the instructions for the AFE, but like I said, it is in the instructions for the Venturi. So we're gonna put those AFE in now, and then as I said for that rivet I talked about going on the hole on the X-brace, you will see right there is that hole. So we're gonna put the scoop in now, and that rivet will go in that hole, and then on that hole on that side. So we're gonna put the scoops in now.
There we go. That's it.
Nice.
And that is how that one will sit.
All right. And there they are, both scoops and the 2 air vents out. So if you just want to just free up maybe just a little bit more air, you can just pop off the kidney grills, take this out, and you'll be getting more air in. And then if you choose to do so, you can pick up some scoops. Any brand will do, and that'll induct a little bit more air in the front for you. So there you go, guys. There's a little update for the M3. Did some basic maintenance with the oil, the spark plugs, filters, and freed up a little bit of air while we had the car in the garage. And so hopefully that kind of puts to rest of some of the controversy about removing the air vents. I don't think it's ever going to be an issue. It's good enough for Venturi. It's good enough for the M2 competition. So if you want a free mod, you can take those vents out. And if you want to maybe possibly scoop up a little bit more air, pick up some scoops while you take those vents out, and you'll have a little bit more fresher air. I'm also excited to kind of see what benefits I might get with the Mishimoto heat exchanger. So all that tied together should be running fresher and cooler and possibly even stronger. So there you go. If you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And if you haven't done already, please subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Out.